Here are eight crazy news stories shaking up the markets this week. First, Bitcoin's hash rate has recovered after temporarily falling 38%. Yikes! As the US miners had to shut down their operations due to the crazy polar blast that hit the US over Christmas. Many miners did actually voluntarily suspend operations to try to help stabilize the grid during that period of increased demand. Now, Bitcoin's hash rate typically hovers around 225 to 300 exahashes per second, but on Christmas Day it fell down to 170. Just a day later, though, the hash rate has returned up to 241 exahashes per second, proving once again, of course, that miners can be flexible and that miners can actually help balance out the grid. See, Bitcoin mining isn't all that bad, guys. Also, Bitcoin miner Argo is getting a $100 million lifeline from Galaxy Digital, narrowly avoiding bankruptcy. A week after, of course, Core Scientific did go bankrupt. Just a reminder that Bitcoin miners remain on the brink of devastation. Many of them are struggling big time. Oh, and MicroStrategy bought another 2,500 Bitcoin this week. Nice. Apparently those guys still have money. They must have sold the office furniture this time to be able to afford all that. Crazy, man. Okay, now let's talk about Polygon news. Polygon has launched the second testnet for ZKEVM, its layer 2 scaling solution, making this the final step before its mainnet launch. This testnet will trial a new upgrade called Recursion, designed to massively increase scalability to the Ethereum network. While there's no confirmed timeline yet for the mainnet launch of ZKEVM, the fact is that this major Ethereum scaling solution is going to be coming out in the not so distant future, which is pretty cool. And can we just take a moment to talk about how much Polygon has been just killing it during this bear market? I mean, holy cow, guys. The team just keeps on building. They just keep on delivering massive partnerships. 2023 gearing up to be a big year for Polygon, in my opinion, so watch this space. Now let's talk about the age-old question. Is Solana dead? Maybe, maybe not, but its future is no doubt in question. They have taken some big damn hits. Two top NFT projects, DGods and Utes, are leaving the network and heading over to Ethereum and Polygon respectively. Now the teams are, of course, hoping that the move over to these other networks can help broaden out their user bases from the struggling Solana network. The DGods collection will migrate to Ethereum, aiming to compete with NFT blue chips like Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks, among others. Its floor price is 460 SOL, which is not worth what it used to be, considering price and SOL continuing to fall. The entire NFT market on Solana has taken a hit. Meanwhile, Utes, with a floor of 140 SOL, is planned to move over to Polygon, a sidechain, of course, of Ethereum that allows for cheaper and faster transactions. Now look, this move makes sense. The teams need to make sure that NFT holders actually have options here and that they're watching out for their communities. And since the FTX collapse, Solana has been getting spanked pretty damn hard, with the price of the SOL asset falling from $35 down to $9. Who knows how much farther it's going to fall, so I can see why they're jumping ship. And with these leading NFT collections migrating to other networks, it's not a good look, and others may follow suit. Now let's talk about the Fantom network. Andrew Cronje, he is back in the crypto game, ready to take Fantom to new heights in 2023. He explained in a recent blog post that Fantom will be focusing on expanding out its dApp ecosystem. And specifically, he said, our overarching objective over the next 12 months will be towards creating an environment for dApp developers to build out sustainable businesses, while at the same time differentiating ourselves from other layer 1 solutions. Now, to achieve this, the network plans to build the Fantom virtual machine, much like the Ethereum virtual machine, right? But the Fantom virtual machine, basically a new storage mechanism for the network, and to launch its gas monetization program as well. Now, Andre has also confirmed he's taken on roles of board member over at the Fantom Foundation, as well as at Fantom Operations. And while the re-entry of Andre is pretty exciting, the question is, will it be enough to drive Fantom back to new highs and to get people interested in the Fantom network again? Time will tell. Now this next story, gonna blow your mind. So stablecoin transactions topped $7 trillion in 2022. That's insane, man. Crypto is literally disrupting everything right now in front of our eyes in spite of the bear market. Anyway, this has led, of course, to some very ambitious predictions looking forward to 2023 about the stablecoin market. Peter Johnson, who is the co-head of the venture firm Brevin Howard Digital, predicts that stablecoin volume is not only going to surpass Visa, which is $12 trillion, but it could actually surpass all 4 major credit card networks, which is a very bold prediction. And of course, we're just talking about on-chain settlement here. We're not talking about, trading volume from centralized exchanges, which would blow this number like right through the frickin' roof. But the true measure of stablecoin adoption, in my opinion, is going to be its real world use cases as a means of payments for actual goods and for actual services, not just as, something that investors are using to, farm shit coins or whatever, right? We need to actually see real world use cases come through. And I believe that yes, stablecoins will disrupt the payments industry in a big way. It's only a matter of time. The tech is simply better. And there is a reason that Visa announced last year its integration with USDC. Allow me to break the flow just real quick to let you know about Wealth Mastery. This is my weekly value-packed crypto newsletter every single week. Over 50,000 readers are getting this straight to their inboxes. We have the latest on NFTs, altcoins, DeFi, technical analysis, and much, much more. I know the bear market sucks, but there are still money-making opportunities out there in the markets. Please use that link down below in the description where you can sign up for free. It's free, so check it out. Okay, next story. Russia is set to legalize crypto for international trade. You heard that right. This is a story we've been covering for a while now, and we're getting closer to actually seeing this happening with Russia legalizing cryptocurrencies for international trades, basically just around the corner. In fact, Russia's Congressional Finance Committee chairman has said that it's coming within the next month. That's crazy. And what, of course, are the major exports of Russia? Oil, gas, other stuff too, but those are the big ones. Is the era of the Petro Bitcoin upon us? Or are we about to see Western countries absolutely bring the hammer down on Bitcoin if Russia really does start using it in a major way for international trade? Could be a big moment for Bitcoin as a test, right? And next, in case you need a reminder of why we Bitcoin, well, there's Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, a regular contender for the most criminal piece of shit bank in the world award. They're at it again. Well, this time they've been ordered to pay up to $3.7 billion in fines and refunds for illegal activity. This is the largest fine to date against the bank. It breaks down as basically $2 billion to repay over 16 million customers that they screwed over and $1.7 billion in a fine paid to the government. Wells Fargo broke multiple consumer financial law violations. These include illegal fees, interest on auto loans and mortgages, as well as incorrectly applying overdraft fees against savings and checking account holders. Dude, come on. This isn't the first time either that Wells Fargo has been in big trouble. The bank has actually been repeatedly fined and sanctioned for just years now. For big one, of course, back in 2016 when employees were exposed for opening illegal accounts to meet unrealistic sales targets. Then in 2018, Wells Fargo was slapped with a $1 billion fine, just a casual billy for breaking consumer law violations. Now they're paying almost 4 times that 2018 settlement, and they say Bitcoin is a scam. No, the banks are the real scam here, guys. Bitcoin is the answer to that insanity. Now let's talk about Spain, which has just announced another $10.6 billion in stimulus to help ease the pain of inflation, which is causing households a lot of strife right now. It's the third major stimulus package the country has seen in 2022, bringing the total aid up to 45 billion euros. This new stimulus package includes yet more direct stimulus to people, because how that seems to work out so well every time that it gets done. It's a one-off payment of 200 euros for around 4.2 million households in Spain with an annual income of up to 27,000 euros. Now there's also further support on, of course, energy bills for the first half of 2023. The debt spiral means that countries must continue to fight fire with fire to try and inflate the debt away, because obviously money printing has done super well in the past to combat the problems caused by money printing. When will we learn? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. That's it. Subscribe now. See you next time.